In a stadium with thousands, we have 24 of the world's best BMX riders here to unleash fury on this course, what is Simple Session 2017. Hello and welcome everybody. I am Corey Bohan and I am going to be your host this evening for Simple Session 17. And I tell you what, it is cold outside, but that's all right because we're inside here and we got plenty of action to heat things up. Well, we're in the beautiful Saku Arena. It's been home to Simple Sessions for a while now, and I've got my good friend Chris Doyle here on the panel with me. How are you, Chris?
Doing good, Corey. Just absolutely excited to be here. Second trip to Ixonia. Just great to be here at the Simple Session again with you.
Great to have you, mate. Well, everybody's probably wondering at home where we are. We got a great tool to show you where exactly on the geographical map what's going on here, Simple Session. So let's point it out. Here we are, buried in the northeast corner of Europe. We are in the capital, Tallinn, Estonia. That's the Saku Stadium, and we got street coming up in 10 minutes, the street finals. It's gonna be ridiculous. And then we got park finals followed up at 7 p.m. Righto. And then we got a chance to catch up with two contenders, Alex Kennedy and Broc Raiford. We got a nice piece on those boys. And then we've got Chris, our very own, out on their course, showing us some lines and getting the down low on the unique setups. And we got a chance to catch up with the legend, Ryan Nyquist. BMX, slopestyle mountain bike, it's incredible. Guy can do it all, so that... Yep, and we got the hashtag flowing all night. It's Simple Sessions, and that's how you can get a hold of us. The skate results just got done. It was an incredible contest, and we got the podium results right here. And in third place, we had Denny Leon, and second place, Yuto Haragam, and first place, Aurélien Giroux. So Chris, mate, we're switching gears. We got two contests, street and park. What are they?
Well, street is based primarily on elements that you find in the streets, in the cities, on the campuses. Things like handrails, ledges, gaps, and things like that. It's all about using your mind to come up with different creative grinds and link things together. Now, park, on the other hand, that's about finding things in the skate park. That's like box jumps, spines, quarter pipes. It's all about keeping the flow, keeping your style, while using hard tricks to get a whole run around the park. Okay then, so why two contests? Well, street and park are two disciplines that are going in two totally different directions. I mean, and it was getting harder and harder to judge one thing against another. So we decided, hey, let's do two separate contests. We'll judge them differently, we'll have different riders. And so far, everybody seems on board, everyone likes it. The riders, the judges, the fans, it's gonna be a good show.
Nice one. Well, this is still early in the year, 2017. This is the first major contest. A lot of riders have been working on some stuff in the off season. They're here to showcase what's been going on. So are they gonna set some kind of standard, you reckon?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only is this the first big contest of the year, it's one of the biggest contests that happens all year. These guys really want to get a good placing under their belt. They want to ride well for their family and friends at home, ride well for the fans, of course, and really set the year off right. I mean, we saw what it did for Kevin Peraza, last year's winner. He won last year, then he went on to win the X Games, he won Nora Cup. I mean, come on, this really sets a tone for the year.
I mean, mate, there's plenty of riders here. The quality of riding, it's going to be something.
I mean, people come from all over the world to be here, the smallest country in Europe. They come here to compete and they want to be a part of this contest. They want to be a part of the nightlife. It's just a good time all around.
Well, we got a chance to get a bit of an insight with Alex Kennedy and Broc Raiford. We've got a great little piece on those boys, so let's get into it.
It's really important to have Simple Sessions because there's not really many contests going on anymore, and always excited to get back to Tallinn and meet all my friends again.
It brings all the riders together, whether it be park or street, and I just get so excited to be with all my friends from both disciplines and hang out under one roof.
Usually Usually simple session holds park and street, and they're both judged together, but this year things are being separated, and it gives a chance for the park riders to get judged and the street riders to get judged in a different way.
Although it's hard to kind of judge one against the other, I still thought it was really cool. And I think this year it should be really interesting to see how a separate street contest and a separate park contest really pushes the boundaries and progresses both of the disciplines.
It's the first contest of the year, and people have been training all winter, and now this is their chance to show what tricks they've been learning.
There's a lot of people here who are extremely progressive with the way that they ride and save it up and keep it under wraps until they come to simple session and maybe unleash a new trick or a new combo.
Simone Barraco, always super creative, and Garrett Reynolds, #1 on top. And watching Broc progress, riding with such consistency and bringing new tricks and just the general newness to the table, it's awesome to see.
I think AK is one of the best riders ever because he's got style, he's got tricks, and on top of all of that, he's just got a very fluent and calm demeanor to himself.
Always really excited to return to Estonia and see how it progressed in 1 year, and again, see everybody and have a great time.
At the end of the day, as long as I have a smile on my face and I feel confident with the way I rode and I'm happy with it, if I podium, that's awesome, but if not, I know that I'm out here with all my friends having fun riding bikes.
So actually some pretty heavy news, Chris. Both of the boys did not qualify. What went on?
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, that type of stuff happens. It happens to the best riders in the world. Sometimes you have a little bobble, and sometimes, you know, with a contest like this, you have to be so consistent. And unfortunately, those guys were not. I mean, they're definitely two leaders of the new school right now, so these things happen, but we still have a stacked field.
Well, we have our third member of our team, Hayley Edmonds. She's down on the floor all night tonight, and she's got a chance to catch up with Broc and see what went on.
Hi guys, so I'm joined here by Broc Raiford. You've made 3 finals here at Simple Sessions. Unfortunately, you haven't made it to this one. What happened yesterday during qualifiers?
Yesterday during qualifiers, I found myself riding a little bit under par with what I usually do, and I just, some tricks just didn't go the way I planned them to, and I ended up falling a few times, and all I can say is that I had fun out there, and I got to watch my friends ride, and there's always next year.
Absolutely. So you said in the VT, the piece that we just watched, that we might see some riders unleash some never seen before tricks. Are you still of this opinion?
Absolutely. You know, each year I come here, I'm always looking forward to seeing all of the riders ride, whether it be a park rider or a street rider. And yesterday was an awesome showing of that. There was people riding at their top level, and today's only going to be that much higher because it's finals and everybody wants to get that top spot. So I think you could see some never before seen tricks happen in the street side of things or the park. It's anybody's game out here, and I can't wait to watch.
It is anyone's game, but there is one rider a lot of people are talking about. It's the guy that qualified first, Garrett Reynolds. Now, do you think he's unbeatable? If not, what does it take to beat him?
Garrett Reynolds is an amazing rider. He is very consistent. He does amazing tricks, and at the end of the day, he has so much respect from all the peer riders because he's such a friendly dude and is just awesome all around. But there's also many amazing riders out on that course right now for finals, and I think each and every one of them has an equal chance of taking that top spot. It just all comes down to when they're riding right now and what they put down on the course during their run in the finals.
I think it's going to be a sick final out there. Thanks a lot, Broc. And back to you guys.
Nice one, Hayley. It's always nice to chat with the boys, and it's nice to see that Broc's here hanging out, supporting everyone else in the finals. Well, qualifying is the hardest part, you know. You've got to make the main event, so you're throwing it all on the line. Well, yeah, who impressed you, Chris?
I mean, look at right here. We got Garrett Reynolds. What can you say about Garrett that hasn't already been said? I mean, the dude is virtually flawless. He was just cruising the course, having a good time, smiling. Check this out. Opposite 270 bar spin like it was nothing. Then this guy was a bit of a wild card. Reed Stark, the hair was flowing. He was flowing. He was just making it all look way too good. Nice creative lines, using a lot of things that a lot of the other guys weren't, and that's why he qualified in second place.
Nah, it was very impressive to watch. Devon Smiley, one of my favorites, and everyone else's as well. Great runs he put together.
Oh, he was just killing it yesterday. I mean, even those camouflage pants couldn't hide the fact that he was absolutely killing it yesterday. I mean, come on. The thing I like most about Devon is the fact that he never gives up on a trick. Look at this link. He's going for the manual. It's about to go down. He says, the hell with it. I'm going to pedal, turn it into a wheelie, and he saved the link. It was really cool. Got people out of their seats.
Very nice from Devon there. Well done. And Broc, you know, unfortunate, US powerhouse didn't make the cut. Not his day.
Unfortunate, you know, just took a few slams and, you know, it looked painful, but he's a tough guy. He's all right. He has a mustache on his face, salutes the crowd. It was all good.
And Courage Adams, oh my goodness, the amount of bike control this guy displays.
Yeah, and you know, he was looking real good yesterday in practice, was looking good in the qualifying, and then took that slam right there. Was by far the hardest slam we saw all day yesterday.
For sure, it's a good thing to see. He's okay, everybody. He walked away from that one, and he's here supporting, I'm sure. Okay, well, I mean, there's that much talent. Anyone that impressed you in particular?
Well, obviously, Garrett Reynolds. You can't not talk about Garrett. But, you know, the guy that I really liked was Reed Stark. I thought he did a really good job of using the course and doing different things than we're used to seeing here.
Definitely, mate, and the course has provided. This course is really spectacular. Got some great elements. The guys are really loving it.
Oh yeah, it's got a little something for everybody. I mean, we don't have the huge Staples Center ledge. We don't have 20-stair handrails, because right now it's all about technical street riding, and this course definitely suits the technical street rider.
That's right, and well, Chris brought his bike for a reason. We put him out on the course to cut some lines, and sure enough, we got the GoPro course preview right now for you guys to have a look at.
This is Chris Doyle. I'm joined here with Simone Barraco. Together we're going to go over a few of the main obstacles here on the Simple Session street course. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. This is the biggest obstacle on the entire Simple Session course. You're going to see a lot of big technical grinds going down right here. There's going to be a lot of combos being thrown down, grind up, grind down. You see behind me the big orange rail. There's going to be a lot of big technical tricks going down. Really cool element here on the Simple Session street course. This is a typical Euro gap, something that you see on the streets a lot. It's going to get heavily used. You're going to see a lot of original tricks going down here. It's going to be really cool. We are here in the very center of the Simple Session street course. Really cool obstacles behind me, a lot of rails, a lot of ledges, a lot of wedges. This is where the technical rider is really going to shine, because there's a lot of cool tricks that can be done on both sides of the bikes, using pegs, using cranks, using sprockets. It's going to be a big show going on right behind me. To sum things up, I think we've got a really great street course here at Simple Session. Definitely favors the more technical riders. It should make for a really good show. What do you think, Simone?
Yeah, the course is fun, and I can't wait to see everybody riding it. And I can't wait to ride with my friends during the competition.
Well, I think the course is great. It's got a few pieces that everybody can get down on. So, yeah. We got a bunch of street riders that are killing it. How's this course going to suit them, though, in particular?
Well, it's like I keep saying, you got to be creative, you got to be technical, and you got to be consistent. So far, all the riders that I've talked to seem to really like the course. It suits all of them. It's going to be a great show.
Well, we got a cool tool, a tool that breaks it down for you. It's called the Red Bull Analyzer. And what you can do is you can choose your favorite rider, maybe his favorite run or a trick or even a moment from that. And you can watch that clip over and over, and then you can share it with your friends, social media, and then also you can chat with us here live using the live chat tab, and then use the hashtag Simple Sessions all night. Righto, Chris, any predictions, mate?
Predictions, man, I don't know. It's anyone's game. I mean, the way I see it, I think it could be Garrett Reynolds. I think it could be Alex Donnachie. I think it could be Reed Stark. That's just I'm going to say that now. Who knows?
Righto, well, that's enough of chat from us, guys. The street finals are coming right up. The action is going to be intense.
Be out of my comfort zone.
The series about the most incredible moments in action sports continues. All new Worldies. All episodes available on Red Bull TV. Creators.
I think he's on the frontier of what's possible.
Innovators.
There's very few of us that do this in the world.
Artists.
I feel like I'm creating right on the spot.
Red Bull TV presents the exciting variety of culture.
It's incredibly visual.
Bam! This just might be useful.
Available anywhere, at any time.
I'd never really seen anything like that before.
Award-winning documentaries.
Denim is like a canvas that paints itself through time.
Films and shows that challenge and transform the way we think.
That really wonderful, magical way of looking at the world.
With life-changing experiences.
Amazing.
And adventures that leave us awestruck.
It's going to blow people away.
Stories that captivate and inspire.
That's what it's all about.
Culture on Red Bull TV.
I didn't really know what to expect.
Three athletes travel the world in search for the ride of their lives. Experience different terrains, encounter new cultures, and find out where the trail ends. Available on Red Bull TV.
I want to film one more video part that I could be satisfied with.
Driven by passion and relentless dedication.
He wasn't going to stop until he got what he wanted. That's what it takes if you want to get to the top.
Eero Essalat became one of the world's top snowboarders, always trying to one-up himself. Enter the Eero Essalat documentary, now available on Red Bull TV.
Okay guys, welcome back. This is Simple Session 17. Street Finals is about to be underway. These guys are going to go ham out here today. This is the first group for the Street Finals. Simone Barraco. He just made it into the finals, but his riding is nothing short of taking a win. He could do anything he wants out here. Group 2, Alex Donnachie, mate, he has got some skill. I can't wait to watch him out there doing his thing. Daniel Tünte is in there from Germany. And here we are with our third group, Felix. He really impressed me through qualifying. I liked his style. One of my favorites, Devon Smiley. And of course, the man, Garrett Reynolds. All right, well, we're going to say bye to our Facebook viewers and switch over to Red Bull TV to continue viewing. We're looking at a couple riders there, one on the left, Simone Barraco. We've got a nice little rider profile on him, so let's check that one out.
Stranger to the crowds in Tallinn, but is yet to make his mark here with a good finish. Barraco has proved that he can adapt to almost any street setup, finishing in 5th place 3 times at the X Games. Can have more of a successful run at Simple Session this year.
Nice one. Here we are. We are back at the street course. Only moments away here, Chris. The boys are going to be getting at it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It doesn't look like Simone's about to ride a final here. He looks so relaxed. He's so calm, just Captain Casual out there.
Yeah, he carries that kind of demeanor, doesn't he? But he can surely get to work. Don't be fooled by that calm demeanor.
Oh, I know. You know, he's from Italy, but he's now living in Barcelona. Really enjoys riding all the setups out there, and from what I hear, he just kills it every single day.
And here he is. He's underway.
It's our first. I can't believe he's our first rider to set this whole thing off. I'm so excited, Corey.
Wow.
First trick, nose to bar spin like it was absolutely nothing. Like I said, he's just so casual in everything he's doing. He's just out there cruising, having a good time, just keeping it casual. Bonking the back wheel into a 360.
Clean.
Tail whipping in, looking good so far. 180 toothpick bonk, 180 back out.
but still showing that calm demeanor and just cruising, it looks like.
Yeah, he's not in any kind of hurry whatsoever. Just has to step off. Unfortunate. It's tough on that grind ledge right there. It can get a little rough. The edges are waxed, but the top is still pretty solid.
He's got 10 seconds. Well, onto that coffin right there.
That was really cool. Nose, Euro gap to manual down. That was really cool to see. I know he really likes that obstacle. There you go.
Nice one, Simone.
That's the one he had to step off of. Good to see him come back, pull it on the second attempt there.
Yeah, first rider of the finals. That's hard to believe, but well done, mate.
Very and well it's never easy being the first guy to go because you're kind of setting the tone for the entire contest.
All right, well, we've got a few more riders to come your way right now. Street course is looking prime. Simone, always looking relaxed and cruising.
Yeah, and like I was saying, he sets the tone for the entire contest. So even the judges have to base every score off this one score. So it's how do you judge this guy? Like I said, sometimes the first guy gets a little hurt by the judges, so he's really gonna have to come back strong for his second run just as well.
Yeah, well, the judges will drop a score and he will know what he's got to do. And there you have it. The opening score, 81.80. I mean, he can improve. He knows what he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, there's that smile we like to see. Just out there having a good time. And you know what? He loves the nightlife here in Estonia as well.
All right. Well, Anthony Perrin. I mean, Red Bull rider. He's out here. Tell us a little bit about him, Doyle. What's he got in the bag?
Well, he came out of a really tough heat in qualifying, so I'm glad he made it. And he had to ride really early in the day. He might have been in one of the first or second heats. So to come out and put it down and then for his score to maintain for the entire contest and then to make it in the finals is super impressive.
Well underway in this run. Seems to be flowing quite well.
Yeah, he's had a few touchdowns, a few things I don't think he was pleased with, but look at that huge 180 over the coffin, down the Euro gap. That was huge.
Going to make his way back into what is the technical course, coming into the middle right now.
That nose press to toothpick hangover. Like I said, he started off a little bit rough, putting the tire down a little bit. Check it out, backwards, crooked grind.
Very clean too.
Yeah, very clean. That's what you have to be clean, you have to be concise, you have to be consistent. Showing you the tooth hanger yet again. That nose press manual to 180, flawless. I mean, that is so hard, especially going down the ledge like that.
I think this run is coming together really nice for him. He's doing very well right here.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's just feeding off what we saw Simone do. So linking some good stuff together. Going for the backwards manual, has to step off. Unfortunate, but you know, sometimes a lot of riders like to use this first run just to get the jitters out and then really come back strong for the second hit.
And I noticed within the street contest, a lot of riders have the free coaster. You want to talk about that real quick?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't want to have to do that backpedaling anymore. I mean, the free coaster allows people to land backwards and keep their momentum going a lot easier than it is when you have a regular cog or a regular freewheel. Check this out. Nose press to 180, down the ledge, pulls it clean. Check that out. Feeble up, crank arm down on the A-frame. Really cool. This is one of the first times I've really gotten to see him ride, and it's really cool to see him out here.
Well, I think Anthony will be happy with that, and I'm sure he's going to come back and add a few little things, but well done for a first showing, you know, in the final.
Yeah, you know, you clean it up a little bit, you come back strong for the second run.
All right, here's our third rider. I mean, Max, this guy is always impressing me. I've watched him ride all throughout the qualifying. So let's see what he's going to put down right now.
I got to point out, he's the only street rider we have wearing a helmet right now. Good for you, Max.
Nothing wrong with safety, so Max knows where it's at.
No, and we saw a rider like Courage Adams go down hard and hit his head, so this is dangerous. I mean, it looks easy. These guys make it look real easy, but check that out. 180 reverting over down into the Flag of Estonia ramp we have there. Showing you the ramp skills just as well with the flare. Over tooth down the rail. I mean, so far he's gone faster than anyone we've seen so far.
And he's gone upside down too. He's got a little bit of this and that in a lot of his run.
Oh yeah, check that out. 180 on, 180 tail up off. So that out. All right. 450 over the hip with the tuck no-hander.
And the first rider we've seen venture over to the more park side of things.
Yeah, you can tell that he probably rides park a lot at home, but he's just as good as street, and he chose, yeah, I'm going to ride the street contest this time. Look at that. Feeble to hard 180 with the bar spin. Again, these guys make it look so easy, but trust me, folks at home, this is not that easy. This is very difficult.
Nice.
180 onto the coffin, down the Euro gap, pulls it around. That was a really clean run. Max Chuprina coming out of Russia.
I can't wait to see what the judges think of Mac's run right there. I can tell he's excited about it, but that was really clean.
Well, he kept the speed up. He kept it going pretty fast. A lot of good grinds. He also had variations on the quarter pipes. Cool to see. Check that out. Bar spin up and over, showing you the flare. He's got the ramp skills as well as the street skills. Feeble up, opposite 180 bar. Then this is really cool. 180 on, 180 tail whip off. Just he covered a lot of ground too. I mean, we saw a lot of guys just go, or we saw those guys going back and forth. He really, you know, made a circle around the course, and he really.
And look at that. That's going to show right there. That's a decent score for a first showing. Well done, Max.
Oh yeah, good stuff, Max Chuprina.
Alrighty. I mean, it's been great so far. These guys really coming out and showing professional bike riding. These guys are getting it done. Antonio, here we go.
Well, the thing I love about Simple Session is you don't have to be invited to come here. You can come and try your best against the best in the world. I had never seen Antonio Chavez ride before.
What's he lost? What's he got? He's blown out a shoe, mate.
A little bit of a yard sale on the course. But again, I'd never really seen him ride before, and he came out, he qualified out of a really tough heat, and now he's with the world's best. He's riding with the 12 best street riders that we have here.
This run not going the way he wants it, obviously, but I mean, 30 seconds to go, yeah. He's lost his flow there, but I mean, here we go. He can pull it together. He's still got a little time to wrap this one up and come back for another strong showing.
Well, he's not going to get a great score with this run. Obviously, he's messed up a couple times. And you know what happens? You miss a beat, you lose the rhythm, you lose your whole flow. And, you know, like, it happens to the best of us. It's just one of those things. I mean, hopefully he comes back strong for his second run. But we know the fact that he qualified, that he is really, really good. And
yeah,
I think he's going to show
Antonio,
us
19 years of age, you know, pretty young fella. He's out here mixing it up with, Garrett Reynolds, the veterans.
Yeah. And speaking of Garrett actually sponsors him for his bike company, Fiend. So if Garrett's putting you on his company, you know he's pretty good. A few highlights we have here. Check out that tail whip over the hip, landing on the crank arms, then going to the pedals.
Antonio, well done, mate. Good showing, but yeah, he's going to come back and clean things up. He knows that. Checking on that ankle real quick, he was. All right, well, that was the first 4 riders doing very well out there, I thought. It's always hard, you know, to get things underway. You just want to get out there, get the blood flowing, and just flow the course and get to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a few Bohan fans in the crowd, as you can see.
Enjoying all the action, no doubt. Little fella there too, he's loving it.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a really big contest. It's really great to be here in Tallinn, Estonia, and meeting with all the local people and show them what we do.
Yeah, I love when people come in. They might not be too familiar with the sport, but they see this action and they're just like immediately excited about it.
Yeah, well, Simone is back on the course. Check that out. Nose wheelie across, gap, nose wheelie down that coffin, down the Euro gap. Check him out. Just looking casual out there, Simone.
This run is coming together very nicely for Simone.
Right, crank arm grind down the rail. Check it out. Oh man, just keeping it going.
All right, and for our Facebook live stream that ends, you guys got to switch over to Red Bull TV to continue viewing.
Wow, Simone, look. Of all the things to mess up on is the flare, the ramp trick. He's done so many technical tricks so far. Oh, are you kidding me? Crank arm grind down that rail, opposite 180 out.
Checks
flawless.
The clock for a little more time. He's got something more for us.
Check it out. 180 onto the coffin, 180 off.
Wow, Simone, that was a much better run than his first, so you know he's going to be a little happier with that one.
Well, he messed up on the flare, which again is a ramp trick. This is a street contest. I don't think that the fall on the flare is going to hurt him too much.
And tell you what, that centerpiece, the Euro where he nose wheelie, I seen that piece is going to be quite popular with a bunch of the riders. Going to get some high scores out of that one, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Check that out. Nose wheelie, gap, nose wheelie down. Going back up the same setup. That's a toothpick 180, pulls it back around. Check this out. Just a solid, clean manual to 180.
In complete control.
Check that out. Nose press over crank arm, opposite 180 out. So cool. Then 180 down the Euro gap onto the coffin.
That coffin is barely a bike length long, and he timed it perfectly.
Wow, look at that. Run number 2 coming in, 88.2.
Simone with some emotion. He is happy about it. Well done, mate.
First rider to drop, sitting in first place. All right, Simone.
That's how you want to start your final. Alrighty.
All right.
All right, Anthony. Let's see what obstacle he's going to choose to start his run.
And this isn't his first simple session. He's come to quite a few of these now, but this is his first final, and it's awesome to see him in here. You see him going for that bar spin opposite ice pick, has to come out of the back. Unfortunate way to start your run, but you know what? He's got a lot of time here to make it up. There's that opposite toothpick hangover. Going gap over toothpick. It's so hard to tell what these guys are doing regular and what's opposite for them because they're so good at doing stuff on both sides of the bike. A good analogy is to say this. If you throw a baseball with your right hand, try throwing it with your left hand just as well, and you know what I'm talking about. That's how hard it is to do opposite tricks.
That is a perfect way of explaining it because that is your unnatural direction.
Big 180 bar spin down the Euro gap over the coffin.
Completely cleared the coffin.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
10 seconds to go, and I think this run is he's going really well.
Yeah, he's doing good. Did you see, that was a really cool, that was a manual down a round rail, perfect balance, perfect precision. Went for that 180 with the backwards manual and kind of bobbled it a little bit, but you know, good showing from Anthony Perrin out here.
Alrighty guys, yeah, and to stay in touch with the contest and us, that's the hashtag right there, simple session. So you're just gonna, yeah, that's the way to get a hold of us and keep track of this contest. And we've got, yeah, we got some tweets coming in. We've got one from Jack Olsen BMX. He's got one for Devon Smiley will win the street, and his prediction for park that's coming up a little later is Kevin Peraza. Interesting.
Well, some solid predictions, I must say, but right now we're looking at Anthony Perrin, just linking things together left and right, pulling hard way off that rail. When I say hard way, that means they're pulling away from the rail as opposed to turning into it. And then we just saw that
there is an easy way.
Well, quote unquote easy, but yes. He went the hard way. That was really cool. That big 180 bar spin over the big dig box there, that was really, really cool.
They're the riders just chilling. All right, Max had a good first showing. I know he's going to want to do a little more, and I know he's got the talent to do it.
Well, like I said, he was covering a lot of ground out there. It wasn't just going back and forth. He was hitting the ramp, the ramps as well as the street obstacles as well. Check that out. Truck driver on in. Coming in on the Flag of Estonia ramp, showing you the toboggan, opting out of the flare for this time. There's that feeble to bar spin to flat, ignoring the fact that that wedge was there.
Max keeping his flow going. Loving this top section of the course right here.
Yeah, showing you that tooth hangover. I believe that was on the opposite side of the bike for him. Wow. Look at that.
Too clean from Max, effortless.
Yeah, opposite pegs up. Tail whip out.
Still got 20 seconds in his run. He's already jammed so much in already.
180 on, 180 off, going
He's
up that ledge.
Shaking his head, so he wanted a little something else perhaps?
Oh yeah. And we know what he's capable of, we know what he can do, but you know what, at the end of the run, you're starting to get tired, and it's harder and harder to pull those tricks. When you're that tired and you're that winded, it can make easy tricks really difficult.
Well, yeah, run 2 for Max. Kept it pretty clean, done a few solid things, so let's see what the scores come out for Max on that one.
Well, we're going over a few highlights here. Check him out. Truck driver on in. That's a 360 with a bar spin. There's that feeble to bar spin, ignoring the wedge, going straight to flat, opposite pegs up, showing you the tail whip out.
And again, they've been doing that coffin hit, and it's just long enough to get your bike on there without looping out off the bat.
Yeah, but we saw him shaking his head. He looked like he wanted a little bit more out of that.
Max, watching those scores flow in. Well done. All the boys celebrate. You know, that's what's so good about this. They're all like there supporting each other.
Yeah, there's no bad vibes here at Simple Session right now.
Alrighty. Anthony taking a good look, Antonio, my bad, taking a good look at the course, asking the cameraman to move out of his way. He's got some big plans here.
Well, yeah, unfortunate first run, he messed up a couple times. It's going to be really good if he can get a good second run score, and let's see what he's got. Starting things off with the tail whip drop, showing you that tooth hanger, keeping the flow going.
So Anthony is from Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah, doing up all the Arizonans watching. Arizonians? I don't know. Oh.
He got caught in the mix of like going 180, but
I assume he was going to 180. I don't think he wanted to land 90 like that. Really testing the waters there. Half in, half out. Check him out. Going for the nose wheelie. Oh, so hard to nose wheelie like that. I know he wants to go the whole distance, and that's so tough, especially without brakes. And you'll notice that pretty much everyone we've seen is brakeless here. Now, you've been brakeless. What's it like? Is it all about the feel of the bike? Is that all about you don't like things rattling, or is it just a fad? Is it just a trend? What is it?
I think I went brakeless for 1 year myself, and it changes the game. You know, your bike feels so fast. These guys love it because, like, I don't like noise on my bike. So when these guys are hitting big gaps, it's solid. Your bike just feels good.
All right.
Antonio, that was a good run. A couple of little things, but yeah, well done. 19 though, man.
Checking out the highlights, showing you that tail whip. Starting off right, there's that rail ride on a round rail to bar spin out. There, that's an opposite Smith grind, 180 out. You know, I think I don't think he would, if he had his choice, he would do things a little bit different than that, but you know, it's still good to see him out here.
It is. He's only 19, and he's out here representing. He's doing a great job. The course is looking so good out there, and we got more tweets flowing in as well. This one's from Marco. Why not mandatory helmets at Simple Session? I assume a pro event would have this. Just curious.
Well, that's a good question, Marco. I mean, it's a lot of these riders. You know, it's all about feeling good on your bike. And a lot of these guys will tell you, like, when they're wearing a helmet, it's almost like, you know, it kind of takes away from how they ride and how they feel on their bikes. So, you know,
Simone.
I mean, I'm a helmet guy myself. I know you are too, Corey. But, you know, it's, I'm not going to hate anyone. It's all about personal preference.
For sure, it is. These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Simone, just took a little bit of a slam. You see him favoring that hip a little bit.
I think he was, that coffin is like one of his favorite elements out there. He's got some serious tech tricks for that thing.
Well, he told me in the GoPro course preview that he really likes that thing. He's like, this might be my favorite obstacle on the course. So you know he's going to mix it up a little bit. He's got probably 100 variations in his head right now that he could go through, but I think he wants one thing in particular here.
He was just there, you know, staring it down, mentally preparing for this, whatever he's got in store for us.
Oh, man.
Wow.
180 nose wheelie to 180 off. That is so insane. That's a good-sized gap to backwards nose wheelie. Check him out. Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. That right now is the biggest trick we've seen so far at this contest. That was absolutely incredible.
And again with Simone, like his emotion and his demeanor, it just looks like he is just cruising.
Yeah, Simone's not the type of guy to go up there and raise the roof for 20 minutes. He's gonna just go out there and do his thing, keep it casual. That is so clean, check that out. 180, nose wheelie down that ledge, 180 out. That was too good, I loved it.
Simone throwing it down.
Yeah, the third run's not going to be his best score, but you know what? He went out there, he got a banger. He's just going to rely on that second run score.
And sometimes as a rider, you know, if you pull that one trick that you wanted to do, this personal satisfaction right now, as he's going over the footage right there. That was a huge maneuver from
Yeah, if you want to see more from Simone, be sure to check out the Shadow Conspiracy video where he has the ender part. It was a Nora Cup award-winning video part. I mean, so you know,
yeah,
this
Nora
isn't
Cup. Yeah, #1 rider award.
This isn't all these guys do. They don't just ride for the contest. They're out there filming all year long for different video projects.
Well, Anthony's back in here. He's going to give it a shot.
There's that toothpick hanger. We've seen him do a couple times now. Look at that. Oh, bar to manual to 180. Unfortunately, comes out the back door, slides out. I've ridden this course, and that floor is so slick. You have to land virtually straight on in order not to slide out like that.
I noticed throughout qualifying and competition that, yeah, guys have been sliding around, but, I mean, that's part of the trick, though. If you're off axis a little bit, you're going to slide out. 20 seconds to go, Anthony.
Check that out. I love it. That was a manual up to no-footed can-can. One of your favorite tricks, one of my favorite tricks. I love it. Wow.
Up close and personal with that camera
Almost taking out our camera guy there with the nose wheelie to 180 on in, landing in the wedge, pulling it. There's that 180 bar spin.
That was a solid ender for his run right there.
Huge. That was huge. Over the dig box. And it's, again, at the end of your run like that, you're so tired. He's out there sucking wind, and he still gets it done.
That was very impressive. Way to finish your run. Little nollie right there.
Yeah, nose press, tooth hanger. Manual up, no-footed can-can. I love it. You don't see a lot of no-footed can-cans on the streets these days.
And that was good extension too.
Oh, he just saved it. You saw that back wheel going down, but he still salvaged it. Huge 180 bar over the dig box. Pulls it clean like it's nothing. End of the run. That's a good run for Anthony Perrin.
Let's see what the scores come in.
So he's going to really rely on that second run score. Third run's not going to do it.
Alrighty. I mean, some great riding so far, man. Max, alrighty, buddy. Solid couple of scores, 84-80 on his run 1. Here he comes in for 3.
Yeah, he's been really consistent so far. Hasn't really messed up too much. Showing you that truck driver coming on in, starting his run off really fast. Toboggan on in. Tail whip over the rail. First guy we've seen go over the rail like that. Didn't connect with any pegs, just wanted to jump it to flat over the rail
and
with the tail whip.
Mixing it up from his other runs.
Yeah, there's that 360 over the dig box.
Smiling, loving that one.
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 good runs in as it was, so he can go out there now and have a little bit of fun, maybe relax a little bit. So yeah, he's looking good so far. I mean, it's been a good run. I mean, and this is 3rd run, so you know he's tired now. Not too tired to do that truck driver on in. Opposite pegs up.
No, definitely like 2 good runs under his belt. Cruising in this 3rd run, and it's coming together really nicely. Oh.
Ah, there's that 180 on going up the ledge. Looked like he wanted a 180 tail up off. Looking like he wants a little bit more here.
He's indicating he wants to give it another shot. They're going to give him a little... Yeah, he's got enough time. He's going to get this one done. One more, he's saying.
Well, unfortunately, this isn't going to count in the judges' eyes, but for the people here at the Saku Arena, that's who he's doing it for right now. He might be a little bit too tired.
Yes.
Might want to call it right there.
3 solid visits from Max to the course, though.
Yeah, loves to start out his run with a big trick like that truck driver. There's that tail up over the rail, too flat. Big 360 over the dig box. Just bouncing that front wheel up.
3rd score, 80.4. All right, Max. 3 solid hits to the course.
Yeah, he's going to lean on that run 1 score, obviously.
Antonio coming in here now for his 3rd visit to the course.
Yeah, straight out of Chandler, Arizona. There's that 180. Oh, and he goes 180. Loses the shoe again, Corey.
The shoe, mate. We got to get him some laces, tie those things up.
There it is. Lace those things tight.
That was interesting, though. He started his runs the other way. This one landing fakie into that.
Yeah.
Bit of a risk to start the run.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's messed up a couple times in his first 2 runs. Wanted to come out with a banger in the 3rd. And it looks like he's going to go back up to the top, maybe give it another go.
Well, let's just hope those shoes are locked and loaded now. We can nail this. Crowd getting behind this one right now.
Check this out. Here we go. There's that 180 gap. Oh, and he bails.
And the shoe is off again. He wants this though. He wants to get it done.
Yeah, that's a high level to be just bailing out like that. I'm really curious to see where he's going to go with it. He 180s on. He does that gap. He stays in reverse. What do you think? Throw the bars?
I think he's looking for something. He's just got to spot that landing.
There it. Just.
I mean that.
Taking one to the back seat.
He smiles. He's all smiles. That was a good effort.
Yeah, that was really cool. And again, it's great to see him out here. I'd never really gotten to see him ride much, so it's cool to see him do his thing. He made finals. This is the 12 best street riders that we have here. Here we go. Check him out.
Yeah, you can see right there in the replay. That's what he wanted, that bar spin.
Just has to come out of the back seat, moonwalks for a little bit, loses the shoe. You live to fight another day, right, Bohan?
He sure does. Good on you, mate. That was a well-done effort. I think Antonio will be happy with that for like making finals. The quality of riders here.
Well, that's a big deal.
19 years of age.
You fly across the world to come to this contest. You don't want to ride like crap. I mean, you want to ride good. You want to make the finals. He's going to remember this for a long time, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing him back at other simple sessions in the future.
The Saku Arena packed for finals.
Yeah, and don't forget at home, you can contact us. You can talk to Corey and myself using the hashtag #SimpleSession. Let us know what you're thinking about the contest. Let us know what you think about the riders.
And yeah, throw out your predictions. Chris did earlier. All right, as the next group warms up, we've got Hayley down there, and she's caught up with our current first place, Simone Barraco.
Simone Barraco, you were the first out the gate. You really set the tone for the judges as far as criteria, as far as judging is going. Is that something you bear in mind?
No.
Nah?
Honestly, like, I don't know, I just try to ride. I just ride, and I don't really think about judging or anything. Try to do my best. If it works, it works. If not, that's it.
And having fun?
Yeah. It's not like the easiest to have fun. I mean, it's not like there's so many people watching, so I kind of just try to have fun, and because it's not like when I'm just riding back home, you know, with friends. I'm still riding with friends, but all the people kind of like make it a little harder for me.
You
try to enjoy it. Don't stress, you know, and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't think about the competition, honestly.
Okay, well, you know, it's all in the kind of the spirit of street riding. I saw you on the coffin. Is that your favorite obstacle here?
Yellow thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it because it's very. The rest is like handrails in street that are usually bigger than this. So this is like fake. The other thing is obviously fake as well, but it's more like. It's not like you can find something exactly that small, that size, you know, in the street, while everything else is kind of smaller here than in the street. So I like it because it's very it's simple and you can get creative with it, and I like that part. Yeah.
Okay, so now you're just going to sit back and watch the other riders and cross your fingers that you stay in first place.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but they're all my friends, so hopefully they all ride good, they're all happy, and yeah.
All right, Simone.
If it works, maybe I'll be lucky this time. I don't know.
Well, let's cross our fingers. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be just after the break.
There are those who dream.
So beautiful.
And those who dare. Living the only way they know how.
That is life to me.
To the extreme.
Such a special feeling.
Nuit de la Glisse, Addicted to Life. Available on Red Bull TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was the first group, the first heat for the street finals, and this is how the results are looking. Simone Barraco with a 170 holding down first place. Max right there with him, and then Antonio Chavez in fourth with a 142. Well, we got a tech trick tip with Alex Kennedy. So this is going to break it down for you guys.
I'm going to explain how to do a tire slide. And the essence of the trick is to get your tire to slide across the edge of the quarter pipe. As you're coming up, carving close to the coping, you're angling, putting all the weight on the left shoulder, kicking out with your feet, trying to get it to slide on the surface. I like to focus on keeping the carve really tight and staying just on the edge of the coping, and that allows the slide straight through. When I do my tire slides, I try to think of water and a wave. That's how I keep it smooth.
Well, that was the tech trip, right? The tech trick, and Alex was breaking it down for you guys. I like how he used the water metaphor, you know, keeping it smooth like that. That trick in itself is a lot of fun to do. This is our second jam group right here for the street finals. Alex, Mark, Daniel Tünte, and then Colin as well. It's going to be interesting to see these guys bringing their personal style to it. I'm looking forward to all four of these guys as well.
Yeah, this is a stacked group of international riders. I mean, it's a stacked final with all international riders, but I mean, this is going to be really good to watch. I mean, we got guys like Mach Burnett, we got guys like Colin Varanyak, Alex Donnachie. Are you kidding me? He's like a tech wizard.
Yeah, this is going to be great. It'll be interesting to see how, like, the first group, their scores are set in place. Now these guys have got something to build on. It all kind of changes after that first group settles.
Oh yeah, yeah. They really set the tone for how the rest of the contest is going to go. Check him out. Alex Donnachie starting off with the crank arm grind to manual to tooth hanger to 180. Oh my gosh, that's how you start a run right there.
Technical wizard and clean as you like.
Oh my gosh. Awesome to have him out here. I just watched his video part in the BSD video transmission, and oh my God, he blew my mind. I mean, this stuff's kind of small for him based on what I saw in his video part, because he can ride the huge setups with the best of them. Check that out, nose bonk over the rail to toboggan. Getting it done right now. Crank arm grind up, looking good. He's another helmet guy. We got another helmet guy. That's pretty cool to see.
Safety first.
And another good thing is he actually wears the helmet on the streets, which a lot of guys, you won't see a lot of guys doing that, but yeah, Alex is one to protect his head.
I mean, with the accidents that happen these days, so safety is not an issue for me. That helmet is, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, had to step off a little bit, but he's crammed so much in. It looks like he's riding pretty slow right now, but he's done so many tricks.
So Alex riding street finals here, but interesting enough, he started out riding trails.
Well, you're not going to see that on the trails right there. That was an ice pickup, 180, just making it look so easy.
They really do. They're sitting there, the demeanor is they're so mellow, but they're just absolutely killing it out there.
Yeah, just getting the love from all the other riders on the course. Let's see some highlights here, all right. Check that out, crank arm grind to manual. There's that toothpick 180.
What a start to a run.
Yeah, just coming in with the tech tricks. That's an opposite double pegs. Goes on the A-frame. Like, I love that trick right there. Nose bonk over to toboggan. Really cool to see that.
Alex Donnachie, run 1 and 80.4. Doesn't look too phased by it.
Doesn't even look winded, does he? He's just out there chilling.
Alrighty.
It's Mach Burnett.
Yes,
that's right.
I seen you having chats with him during qualifying.
Rocking the all-white kit. Kind of looking like a painter a little bit. I mean, but he's going to paint this course with some precision right now. Unfortunately, it messes up a little bit on the first trick. That's not the way you want to start your run. Back tire bonk 360. Just stepping off a little bit. I want to take this time to say hello to Mark's mom back in upstate New York. She's been really supportive of his whole career. Goes to a lot of events that he's in.
What?
Nose wheelie up to 360.
Really turning this run around.
Just absolutely, just having fun out there. But those two tricks were really cool. He's messed up a little bit in this run.
Still got 20 seconds to go.
Yeah. Keep in mind they get 3 visits to the course. So you got a lot of time out there to have the course to yourself. We just saw him do a feeble to hard 360 out. Oh, there's that 180 bar spin to crooked grind. That's a trick we saw Broc Raiford go down on yesterday. We see Mark pulling it here today.
And clean as you like, too.
Oh, yeah. As clean as that shirt is white. Wow, going for that.
Showing a bit of a variation on the coffin there.
Yeah, going for that 180 bar spin, trying to connect into a Smith grind. Stepped out, but you know what? He's got 2 more visits to the course. Maybe he can pull it together and maybe we'll see that trick.
Yeah, at the start of his run, didn't go to the way he planned, but I feel like towards the end there, really
that was definitely a banger right there. Just nose wheelie on up to 360. Little wall ride to 180 bar. Showing you that feeble to hard 360. Again, hard way is when you pull out of the rail. It's an unnatural direction.
Covering a lot more rotation.
Oh, yeah. Never easy, because sometimes when you pull hard way, that back tire will catch the rail or catch the ledge.
Okay, we're moving on to our next rider, Daniel Tünte.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, this guy's got some insane skill. I wonder where he's going to go with to start his run.
Well, I'm not going to lay out any spoilers, but if he does any of the same tricks that he did in qualifying yesterday, we are in for a treat. He was doing things that I haven't seen any other rider do ever. So you can see he qualified good, but the course will be his. We just saw Mark score 75.0. I mean, obviously Mark wants to do a little bit better than that.
Yep. All right, Daniel, about to get his run underway.
Check him out, going to speed. First guy we've seen go up the Euro gap like that.
And with a downside tail whip, 360.
Already cruising, just keeping the speed going and showing you the flair. He's got the ramp skills. 180 to crooked grind. I've seen a couple of guys do that. I have to wonder, is that easy for them?
I mean, with the size of the rail, they said it's kind of low. So these guys feel like super comfortable.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no stairs underneath it either, so you don't have to worry about falling on concrete stairs.
Really clean run, though, from Daniel right now.
Oh, he's killing it. Started out really fast. He slowed it down a little bit, keeping it technical. Drop it on in, slow it down a little bit. 180 on, bar spin out, staying in the fakie. Smooth as you like. There's the tooth hanger.
Oh, Daniel, hand up. He's loving this right now. He just pulled a complete run, and I'm pretty sure that's what he wanted to do.
Very complete run. We saw him go up the Euro, down the Euro, tricking everything, didn't leave anything blank. Really good from Daniel.
Starting his run like that, up the Euro.
360 downside whip, showing you the flair, the ramp skills. 180 crooked grind. There we go, there's that double peg to tail whip. Then this was really cool. 180 onto the hubba. Bar spin out. Google searches a little bit on the rollback, but pulls it clean.
Rewarded right there. He's sitting in 5th right now. Awesome first showing from Daniel on the course.
Yeah, coming in with that 86. Good to see it. I mean, that's what you want. You want your first run to go just like that. Now he's going to step it up a little bit for his second run.
He's got the option to really push it. All right, Colin, he's over by the Euro gap. They're just choosing where he wants to start his run right now. He's going to cruise back up to the top section.
All right. Oh, he started in the wrong place, but...
That's all right. We're going to get the riders all there. They do a little headshot. Then they can kind of like make their way to the course where they want to start.
Well, yeah, you can see he had the earphones in. Couldn't really hear the instructions going on, but he's all good now. He's going to go back to where he wants to start his run, puts the earphones back in. What do you think he's listening to?
I mean, they all listen to their favorite jams, you know. They got to get in that zone.
You know, rumor has it that he listens to the Humpty Dance while he rides the park course.
Well, we'll see if he gets Humpty on this Euro.
Check him out. 180 back in. Colin Varanyak coming out of New Jersey, also riding for Fiend, Garrett Reynolds Bike Company, showing you that double peg up, tail whip, opposite 360 into that wedge.
So when you're riding left foot forward, your natural spin is clockwise.
Yeah, naturally, yes. I mean, and you could call it goofy footed, you call it what you want, but if a rider turns into their foot, that's usually their unnatural direction. Check him out, getting some speed for the ledge here. Oh my God! Feeble to 360 bar spin.
Throwing the bars off there.
Yeah, and again, it's late in the run. He's tired, but he's still making things work.
Yeah, 10 seconds right now.
Oh!
What happened then? It looked like he just, almost looked like his hand just came straight off the grip.
Yeah, I mean, weird things happen when you get tired at the end of a run like that. I mean, easy things become hard. Trust me, fatigue can really play a factor.
But other than that little little mess up at the end there, that was a pretty good run.
Yeah, it was a good run. I mean, I know personally that Colin is capable of so much more. He might be a little bit nervous. Wanted the toboggan on that 180 back in, showing you the pegs up, tail whip, smooth as you like. And there's the manual to bar spin. There's an opposite feeble, 360 bar spin.
All right, Colin sees his score of an 83. He's in 6th. He knows what he needs to do to move up.
Oh, yeah. I think if he cleans it up, he could be a real contender. I've seen him throw it down at places like Texas Toast. He came to my skate park recently. We rode together. I was so impressed with his riding. I know he's got more in the bank.
Well, we look forward to his next visit when it's time to come. Alrighty, Alex looking for his second visit right now. Currently in 7th there.
Yeah, Alex Donnachie. Check him out. Very similar to how he started his last run, but steps off a little bit. He was trying something a little bit more different with that toothpick hangover on the rail there. Unfortunate for him, had to step off. Again, if you're at home, get it and you get the chance, check out the BSD video transmission. Watch his part, it'll blow your mind. He had to step off again there. Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's still got time though, 30 seconds. There's your favorite again, the nose bonk.
I love it. That nose bonk to toboggan. And he does it so quick. Check him out. Check out this link. Manual on the rail, 180 out. That was a huge link.
Showing awesome control there too.
Oh, so much balance from these guys.
I really like it when they link it up through a manual like that.
Going for that crank arm grind on the A-frame. Wanted to go to the double peg. Unfortunately, had to step off again. Waves to the crowd. I got to say his first run was a little bit better, but you know, second run still had some bangers in there.
There it is, the nose bonk.
Check it out. Ice pickup to manual. I thought he was going to go down that rail personally, but he keeps the manual going. Double peg, 180.
That was a nice little link right there.
Yeah, way to link up one obstacle to the next, manualing across the flat on the slippery Saku Arena floor. And I gotta say again, it's good to see another street rider wearing a helmet.
All right, Alex, you know, respectably in 4th there, but he's gonna be back for another visit. I feel like they did a great job with the course, you know, looks all the obstacles very well placed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every rider I've talked to seems to really like it. I mean, you heard Simone said, I mean, some of the stuff is a little bit small for his taste, but yeah, every rider's different. Some other riders this might be perfect for their type of riding.
All right, well here we got Mach Burnett, all in white, ready to paint this course.
Yeah, it's hard to miss Mach Burnett right now. He is glowing out there in his all-white uniform. Unfortunate, going for that double tire ride up. Unfortunately, has to step off a little bit. Check him out. Huge 360.
Completely cleared the Euro gap.
Did not care about that wedge at all. Said, I'm just going to go past it and land flat. That was awesome. That was a huge 360. I mean, that's really high up there.
What?
Oh. There it is. That 180 bar connects into a Smith grind and pulls it out. Oh, are you kidding? How does he have that so consistent?
I feel like now he's catching a bunch of momentum and he's really putting it out there.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to watch the highlights. because that was some really cool stuff he just did. Those 2 tricks alone were so sick.
Still got 10 seconds here.
Wow. Feeble down the round rail, hard way, 180 bar out. Still going strong. Oh my gosh! 360 to manual, down the ledge to 180. Oh my gosh, that was a good run.
Yes, so right now we've got the BMX Park. It's coming up in 1 hour. Just want to give you guys a heads up. 7 p.m. local time here. So we're going to switch gears and that'll be into the park side of things just in under an hour.
Man, you see his boy LaShawn just giving him props right there. Huge 360, ignoring the wedge altogether, going straight to flat. There's that feeble to 180. Check this out. 180 bars,
That's
connects with the Smith. My goodness, check this out. Whew. I love it. Feeble, down a round rail, hard way, 180 bars out. 360 to manual, down a ledge, and fights it and pulls out the 180 out. Check that out, 83.2 for run number 2.
Mark is got it. He's all pumped. Look at that. That was a decent score. Those tricks, I cannot believe this, especially the gap to manual to 180 out.
Yeah, man, just so much skill, so much talent. He's so young. He's so young.
He will be stoked with that visit to the course.
Yeah, of course.
All right, this takes us to Daniel. He's sitting in 7th right now. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
86 is a good score, though. I mean, he gets another one in the bank. He could really be a contender for that top 3. But I love the way he starts his run. He gets a lot of speed going. He likes to jump up this thing, and he likes to jump down it. Double whip, first double whip we've seen in the street competition. That's typically something you see in park. 3 and on in. Unlike Mach Burnett, he chose to catch the transition on that one.
Showing that flare again. Daniel is putting together, like, he's got good energy. He seems to be flowing really well here.
I like the fact that he starts out his run really fast. A little bit of jumping trick shows you that he's got it. And he can also show you they can do the crooked grind, a 180 out, 180 bar spin up and over the wedge. This is where he likes to slow it down a little bit. Maybe work on a few more tech tricks.
Maybe not that slow, but here he goes. He's still got 15 seconds.
What's it got for us right here? There's that 180 on, 180 off.
Possibly looking for the bars again.
Yeah, in the first run, we saw him send the bars. Not so lucky this time, but yeah, that was really smooth.
Right on the buzzer there, Daniel.
Tooth over to crank arm to 180 out. You know, and I'm not going to give anything away, but I know when he 180s onto that hubba like that, he has something more, not just a bar spin. I saw him trying it in practice. I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying he's capable.
Well, possibly Daniel's next visit. He might, that's what he'll probably throw down.
I love it. The double whip. Typically a trick we'll see at the park contest, which is coming up later, ladies and gentlemen. But he does it in the street contest. And this crooked grind to 180. And I got to reiterate, I mean, landing fakie on this floor, it's so slippery. You got to be precise.
All right, well, 2nd place. He bumped himself up right there.
Yeah, sitting in 2nd. I mean, and I know that he has more. I mean, that's 2 good scores. He can sit on those a little bit and come back strong in the 3rd. Right now, we're getting ready to drop in. Colin Varanyak is trying to tell the photographers to get out of the way.
Yeah, because in this run, they don't have to start over there for the headshot. They can just get right into it.
Check him out. Here's this 180. There's the toboggan he was looking for in run number 1. Good to see him get it done.
Flowing that little hip, setting him up for that rail.
Yeah, there's that double peg up, tail whip. I gotta take a moment to mention Colin is new to the vlog scene. He's got a good little YouTube channel going on right now. Be sure to check that out. Punch Colin Varanyak into your YouTube search engine and check it out. He has a really
bunch
good
of street
thing going
content.
On. Oh yeah, it's street, park, anything that he's into, whatever he's riding.
I feel like a lot of riders are taking that and like making it their own. You know, the vlogs are really popular these days.
Very popular.
It's a little platform for them to showcase their personality, their riding. 10 seconds to go. Pretty solid run.
action, that nose up to bar. I think he wanted to go manual. Again, these guys are getting so tired towards the end of the run. It's hard for them to get something at the very end. But you know, what the hell? I'm going to feeble to hard way 180 bar.
Just showing you that he's going to do a full pull right now and finish this run off strong. All right, well, get into the replays right here.
Check it out, 180. There's that toboggan he was looking for in run number 1. Opposite pegs up, clean tail whip. Look, that was really cool. That was a 180 backwards feeble, and then he sits the nose down just like that. There's that feeble, hard way 180 bars out. Smile on the face.
It's always interesting to see the boys' reaction after their run when they're just back there discussing what went down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In addition to being a great bike rider, Colin Varanyak is one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Yeah, I don't personally know him, but you can tell by what you see a rider, the riders enjoy hanging around him. All right. Yeah, these are the results, guys. Simona, yeah, these are the overall results, my bad, not just the group. We got Simona still holding down number 1, and Colin's up there in 4th. And then, yeah, coming up after this, BMX Park Finals. And the results there you see. And then also, we still got some more trick taps. We got Broc. He's going to talk about a tabletop, which is more of a quarter pipe trick. But these guys fit it in, they throw it down.
The trick I'll be explaining today is called an air table. It's an air 180 involved with laying the bike down flat. So I ready myself to ride up the face of the quarter pipe. And when I reach the top, I pull back on my bars so my back wheel bumps off the coping. And then I start to turn my body, but leave my bike straight, but start to bend my right arm. And then as I tuck my right arm into my left armpit, I turn my head, spot my landing, unwrap my body and bring my right hand out of my armpit, straighten the bike out, and then turn my bars into the landing. And then after that, I just ride it out back down the quarter pipe, and you finish the air table.
Okay, well that was Broc Raiford right there, getting technical, breaking it down, because you're going to hear Chris and myself talk about tricks, the names of them, and we're just rapid fire. So that's Broc breaking it down to give you an insight of what the trick actually is. Alrighty, well, these guys are going to come back in for another run right now, and I believe it is Alex
Donnachie, our man coming out of Scotland.
Alex sitting in 7th right now, so he's going to throw it down right now to try and bump himself up the leaderboard.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he has. We see the way he starts off his runs, super technical, showing you that going up the rail, crooked to bar spin. Wow, look at that, 540 with a bar spin.
Clean too, Alex throwing it down. Moving into that technical section and owning it with that crank arm slide.
Up and down with the crank arm grind. First time we've seen that all the way across the A-frame like that. There's that nose bonk.
Fitting in that nose bonk again. It looked like he was going for that ice too.
Unfortunately, coming out of the back. He's got 2 good runs in the bank though. I mean, he's looking good.
And he still has 15 seconds left here. He's still got time to throw it down.
Hey Dylan, I can hear you really. You're like talking to everybody else.
Ooh, Alex, he might have been looking for something a little more on that crank arm slide. Going over the whole A-frame like that.
Check that out. Over toothpick grind. Check this out. That's up the rail in a crooked grind with a bar spin. And that, the 540 bar spin. He came out firing right there.
This one too, up and over the complete A-frame.
In a crank arm grind.
Yeah, and then I feel like he was looking for a little more even out of that.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, he's got so many tricks. I don't know what it would be like to hit a rail like that and have an encyclopedia of tricks that I could go through. I mean, that's super impressive. So 81 on his last hit there. Good enough for 5th place right now.
2 really good scores from Alex.
that's a little bit better. I can just hear all the people in the truck and everything. It's a little bit distracting.
Alrighty, Mark, this is for his run 3, sitting in 7th right now. I felt like he had so much momentum towards the end of his other runs. Hopefully he can just bring it from the get-go here and make his way up.
Well, yeah, we saw what he's capable of. That run number 2 was hard hitting. If he cleans it up a little bit, he could really be a threat for that top 3. What? Just bonking all over the bike up that rail. Whoa! Bar spin to double peg. You have to be so precise to throw the bars and still connect that front peg down the rail and pull off another 180 after that.
And so far, he's just been nailing everything.
Yeah,
he's just looking so good.
He's cruising. He just looks really, really casual and comfortable out there. Recently released his first video part in the Shadow video. And it's such a rite of passage for these younger riders to get a good video part under their belt. He did really well. And then, you know what? At that video premiere that night, he was bumped up to pro. So, you know, he's a new pro, he's a young pro, and it's just awesome to have him out here. Mach Burnett has been good since he was, you know, first stepped on a bike. So now to see him watch him work his way up the pro ranks is really cool.
Well, as his run's unfolding here, he's got a lot to be proud of. He's riding really good. Throw on a steezy little tabletop right there.
Yeah, just why not? Hit the hip, do a big tabletop. Sometimes less is more.
Mark's replays right, technical right there, onto the rail and off.
Yeah, that having to connect with your front peg after throwing a bar spin like that it has to be so scary.
Run 3, 76.4, sitting in 6th place. I don't think he's too phased by it. He was out there throwing that tabletop, giving a shout out to Mum. Good on you, Mark. Well done, mate. All right, back to Daniel. Again, starts his runs off with plenty of speed.
Yeah, I like the way he starts his runs. He comes in fast, shows you that he has a good jumping trick.
Here he goes, carrying all that speed to that Euro gap.
There's that double whip again. He comes out of it.
Landing a little side saddle there and getting thrown off, but
yeah, just unfortunate. I mean, we saw him nail the double whip. We saw him do the 360 down whip up that thing. So we know what he's capable of. But this is his 3rd run, so he's a little bit tired.
Yeah, but I mean, that is like a heavy way to start your run. High risk, high reward.
Yeah, now he's just gonna
seconds,
take some time, maybe get a few tech tricks under his belt. There it is.
Clean.
There it is.
Yeah.
180 on, fakie, tail whip. I saw him do it in practice. I didn't want to call him out, but I'm so happy that he got it done on his 3rd run.
Time on the clock. He doesn't mind that. That's all he wanted to do really, is get that whip. He sure did.
Check it out. Here we go. There's the 180 on, fakie to tail whip, lands backwards, pulls it around. So good from Daniel Tünte. Want to give a big shout out to Chuck Smiley, who's watching his son Devon Smiley, who will be up in a few more rounds. He says, we're watching our son from Oregon. Thanks for tuning in, Chuck.
Oh, and then we got a pretty interesting one from a name that the BMX community is well aware of, Jamie Bestwick. To people that aren't aware of who Jamie Bestwick is, very decorated vert rider in the BMX world. He's got here, anyone who flares in a street contest should be disqualified, Chris. Wow.
Well, all right. That's his opinion. All right, we respect it. Thanks for tuning in, Jamie.
All right, well, Colin's on course right now, eyeing up the Euro gap.
There's that 180. 180 in toboggan. That's how he likes to start his run. I mean, he bobbled it a little bit on the 1st run, came with it on the 2nd. Now he's cleaning it up. He's got this 3rd run flowing right now. There's that opposite double up to tail whip. There's a nice tooth hanger up the rail. Looking like he wanted maybe a little bit out of that too. We'll have to see what happens here. Oh.
Wow, tech.
Feeble up to double peg to 180 out.
Really utilizing that tech section in the middle. No flare on the quarter pipe, not disqualified.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Wow, technical as you like. In his third run, again, these guys are so tired at this point. That was a 180 to feeble, to manual, to tail whip. I mean, more than a mouthful right there, isn't it?
Whipping on the quarter, bar into the bank to finish it up. That was a great visit.
Yeah, I like Colin. Colin grew up on one of my favorite videos, a video called 1201. We were just talking about it. Shout out to Stu Johnson for making great BMX videos for us to grow up on.
There's that half cap toboggan. Plenty of pop too.
I love it. Opposite feeble, gaps over to regular double peg down the A-frame and 180s out. Just linking things back to back to back. I gotta say, that was his best visit to the course by far.
Street riding is so technical, and these guys do make it look so easy.
And Jamie Bestwick, he did not do a flare. Keep that in mind.
85-2, he's moved up into third. Colin is stoked with that.
High five to Garrett Reynolds. That's technically his boss. I mean, that's he's riding a Fiend frame. He rides for the team. And like I said before, Colin puts out a lot of content on the internet. So, you know, give him a Google and check him out.
Hopefully everyone in the Saku Arena is enjoying the street finals. We're well and truly into it now. Riders are throwing down. Good showings from all those guys. All right, so yeah, great showing from all those guys. Hayley is down there grabbing the riders as they get done, and she's got Daniel Tünte for a chat.
Daniel Tünte is currently in second place of this street final. So you're really mixing it up there with a double whip and a 360 down whip. Is that your kind of strategy? You're really kind of mixing up your run?
Yeah, I would say that's just my style of riding. I rode park earlier, like a few years ago I was more into park riding, so I kind of took a few park tricks to my street riding, and yeah, that's maybe why it looks mixed up.
And so why did you decide to do street and not park today?
I just rode street the last few years. I somehow liked it more and started riding only street, so that's why I'm riding the street contest.
There's a real heavy final, 4 riders coming up now. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to sit back and watch them?
Yeah, what else can I do? I hope the best for my friend Felix, the other German, and yeah, for all the others too. I'm excited to watch it. It's going to be good.
I think it will be. We'll be back in a minute just after this. Thanks a lot.
There is a place that lies behind the walls of concrete and steel. To get there, we need look no further than our own imagination. Break free and enter the world of Unreal. Available on Red Bull TV.
All right, guys, these are the results so far as Street Finals is unfolding. Simona is still holding it down in number 1, and Daniel, who was just with Hayley, holding it in 2. Colin with that last run was amazing. Antonio sitting down in 8th with a 1.42. And Alex, mate, he did a great job on that run. I feel like his riding is always impressive. And this right now, we got some highlights from the Street Jam coming up. Oh yeah, sorry guys, this is the start list for the next group. Favorite rider of mine, Devon Smiley. Reed Stark, who was the dark horse, came out with those locks flowing, and Felix, who was killing it in qualifying, and then of course, Garrett Reynolds. So right now guys, we're gonna show you the top 3. We've got some highlights to look at and decipher. So in third, we've got Varanyak. Colin's just putting together a great run.
He really linked together some difficult technical tricks, just like that. Opposite feeble, over to the regular double peg. Check this out. That is just 180 to feeble, to manual, to tail up like that.
Yeah, Daniel starts with that Euro gap, and there he is, whipping off the rail.
Showing you that he has the jumping tricks and the tech street tricks. And it's like Hayley was saying.
Yeah, this is first place, Simone, using that coffin to full advantage and absolutely owning it.
Yeah, he said he really liked that, and he's been really using it to his absolute ability.
Righto, guys. That was a quick little highlight recap, but now we've got Jam Group number 3 coming your way. A stacked group of riders, no doubt, to say the least.
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters. I mean, do we really need to say? I mean, Garrett Reynolds is in this. He has all the awards and the accolades. He's got the gold medals. He's got the Nora Cups. He's got all that stuff. But I mean, you could see a lot of upsets out here. I mean, we got Reed Stark as well. He was really fun to watch in qualifying. I mean,
and like I ride with Devon quite a bit back in California, so I know I get to see his style and what he works on and what he does, and everyone else does with his video parts and whatnot. So I can't wait to see him put it together, and hopefully he does what he wants to do, because I know he's got those skills.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that, you know, he can even he could hang with a lot of the park guys too. I mean, he could, just doing street stuff, his score's always held up. This is not his first simple session. He comes here, and for the most part, he's always done pretty well. But now we have an exclusive street contest, and this is really going to favor a guy like Devon.
Well, Felix, I watched him in qualifying, loved what he was doing, loved his style. This is going to be his first entry to the street finals here.
Yeah, and Felix just put out a hard-hitting DVD part for his bike sponsor, We the People, and that's such a rite of passage for these young riders to put together a video part. I mean, these guys spend all year long filming. They're out in the streets, they're in the woods, they're doing these things for their sponsors just to put some good content out there for people to enjoy.
Well, just a few minutes, just getting their last little prep in.
Yeah, everyone has to kind of get their headshot from the same place, and then they can go to wherever they want to start their run.
Tell you what, looking at the course right there, that coffin, the gap is no joke, and how tech they're getting on it, it's really impressive.
Yeah, and it's a down ramp as well, so right when you hit that thing, you're already going down, so it makes it that much harder.
All right, well, we're getting underway right now. This is his first hit.
Jeez. All right, letting the people know he's here. Wake up. Did a cannonball up that Euro gap, one of your favorite tricks, Corey, am I right?
It sure is, mate. And Felix, he's only 17, and he's just thrashing around this course like he knows what's up.
Yeah, I like the guys that start fast and then slow it down, because it's so hard to start slow and then build up your speed again. So he's just slowing it down here after starting very fast, showing you the 540 on the way in. Tooth bonk hanger right there.
Super impressive with his rotation,
Whoa, sending the 540. Didn't see that one coming.
Nosed it in a little bit too, landing pretty smooth.
There's that feeble to 180. Free coaster on back. Oh, and another 360, staying to the fakie.
This is a really great run from Felix.
Oh yeah, he's killing it right now. Oh, he's corking out a 450.
Just dabbing the foot though, but that was the end of his run, so.
Yeah, he dabbed at the very end. He still filled it with a lot of good stuff.
All right, well, that was a great showing for his first run. Going to get right into it and have a look at these replays.
Check that out, 180. Spin to win right there, coming to the wedge. Cannonball on up. 3 and back down. And there we go, check out that 540. Pinpoint precision, avoiding the rail.
All right,
so
well,
good.
Here it is, Devon Smiley. Just seen him right there. He was our next rider that's coming up. But Felix, good effort, mate. Great first showing. Yeah, so Devon Smiley is another rider. He's about to drop in. We got a little rider profile, a little rider intro thing coming up. Let's have a quick look at it.
His racing background has influenced his style of riding, and consequently, the American has become a terrific all-round rider.
Nice little piece on Devon right there. Just showing you a little bit of insight to his riding.
Yeah, and it's like Hayley was saying, I mean, he's an all-arounder. We're about to see him tear up the street, but he's a good park rider. He can ride trails, and believe it or not, Bohan, he's a really good skateboarder as well.
I have seen the clips on his social media channels. All right, I'm really excited to see where Devon's going to start his run here.
Well, one thing you can count on is a lot of balance, a lot of control, and a lot of consistency. Check it out. Suicide no-hander. Come on, that's a classic dirt jumping trick. So you can already see how well-rounded he is. 180 bar, connects into a Smith grind, bonking up with the bars. Check him out. Going for that
that's
backwards
Devon.
manual across.
That's Devon in his little zone right there, those reverse manuals.
For whatever reason, Corey, he's got keys on the outside of his pants. And I get the feeling that his car is a long way away. Check that out. Crank arm grind up. Manual. Double peg to 180. All right, Devon. We saw him do that in qualifying.
Oh, no, Devon.
In qualifying, he got a little hung up on that manual. It was about to go down, and then he just cranked it into a wheelie and salvaged the whole thing. It was really impressive. People were out of their seats cheering. I gotta say, pretty uncharacteristic to see Devon mess up at all, because usually he's pretty flawless. Check this out. 180 on, 180 bar spin out. There's that crank arm grind to manual. Look at how he keeps the speed going.
No need for pedals there, he was flowing.
Not at all. Double peg, hard way 180 out, clean.
Having a good laugh, chilling with Garrett. I mean, that's his run one, 80-180. He's got a lot of work to do. He knows what he has to do. He'll be back, no problem at all. This brings us to our next rider. This guy, the hair was flowing. He was motoring, carrying high speed. I loved it.
He's so exciting to watch ride. He comes up with some really original lines around this street course. Grew up playing hockey in Minnesota. He was part of, we had a little hockey game. It was the BMXers against the skateboarders here, and of course the BMXers won. It was really cool to see versatile athletes like this. But he is on course, and he is ready to rock.
Gapping to that rail.
First guy we've seen do that gap to rail.
Bonk and cleared the entire wedge.
Yeah. Bonking that ice pick. Normally that would send someone over their handlebars, but he has so much control. Look at the way he's bonking that back tire up, sliding down that wedge in an ice pick. Just like I said, original, consistent. Just, he's so fun to watch.
I mean, riders, you know, there's technical, and then there's guys that don't carry as much speed, but still putting it down. We've got a tweet coming in right now from Adam Banton. He's a fellow rider, and we both know Adam. He says to me, how do you think judges will place tech street riders versus big street riders?
Well, Adam, that's an interesting question, and lucky for us, we are not judges. But you know what? I think everything has its place. I think that, you know, it's all on one course. It's all in how creative the rider can get. It's like overall impression as well.
This year, they split the park and all that up, so you can really focus on one discipline. So, I mean, being a judge is no easy task, looking at all these guys throw down different styles.
No, it's not. We just saw that huge, that was a feeble, big gap to 180.
That right there, carrying all that speed and precision, was all time.
And overall, to more answer Adam's question, it's about difficulty. So, you know, the big tricks can be difficult just as well as the technical stuff as well. So, yeah, it's a good question.
Nice pop out right there. All right, Reed. Nice one, mate. He's sitting in 11th right now. All right, well, this jam's been going off, so we got a rider intro for Garrett Reynolds. Let's check this one out.
Garrett Reynolds is hands down one of the most revolutionary and avant-garde BMX street riders ever. He has won 7 out of the last 8 X Games street contests and took the win at Simple Session in 2008 and 2009. After 3 years of absence, the American is back and will be the man to beat.
Well, everybody has seen plenty of Garrett in the BMX world, but for you, those who don't, Garrett is the man at being consistent.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit unfair. I mean, not only does he have some of the hardest tricks, he has the hardest tricks on lock in his back pocket. So consistent. It's almost like hard for Garrett to mess up sometimes.
Well, this will be interesting to see what he opens his account with.
Well, he's getting to a starting position. Coming in, here we go. Opposite tail up on in, setting it up, showing you the truck driver. 180, crooked grind to 180.
Adding the bar into it too.
Like it was nothing. Like it's just, you know, just another day.
And you'll notice, guys, that his bars go back and forth either direction.
270, look back over that hip.
At the 30-second mark, and Garrett has already filled this run with incredible riding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right.
Was he looking at that rail?
I don't know. He might have just been freestyling. I'm not sure, but that was a double peg up, hard way, 180 bars, and just rolled all the way across that obstacle. 180 bar spin in. Just out there laughing, having a good time.
Just flowing and doing what Garrett does best.
Yeah, I love it. The fast plant 360. All right, Garrett.
He came in, he executed the run he wanted, and now he's going to sit and wait for the score, and then he'll see what he has to do for run 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think that's going to be a big score.
Already signing autos, fresh off the run.
Yeah, why not?
Garrett is a huge favorite with the kids and the riders.
Trucking over the rail, 180 backwards grind, reverting it back in. Check that out. Pegs up, 180 bar, rolls all the way across, bar spin back in. Why not? I love it. The fast plant 360, kind of a bit of an old school move there from Garrett.
It was a really good run, and there you go.
A 90.6. All right.
Busting into the 90s.
So, you know, he's got 2 more runs. I mean, he can relax a little bit. He's got a good run in the bank. Get 1 more in, and then it's, you know,
but a run like that from Garrett puts a little pressure on the other boys.
Oh, yeah.
So again, the riders can choose now wherever they want to start from. Felix. All right, mate.
Felix Prangernerg. Had a first good showing, and I don't know if he got everything that he wanted, but I mean, he's got 2 more runs to go here. And like I said, just being in this final is a huge deal. Because, I mean, come on, we had so many street riders compete. Look at that. 180 on, 180 tail up off. There we go, corking out the 450. Why not?
Really steezy on that, pointing the front of the bike down, making it look really good.
Yeah, toboggan on the hip. Oh, check him out. Has to thread the needle a little bit. Front wheel just brushes against the ledge, has to take the foot off. Opposite bar spin on in. Opposite pegs to 180. Whoa.
I mean, at this point, you see the clock ticking away, the 25-second mark. Like you mentioned, the fatigue, but you really want to finish your run with a solid hit.
Yeah, and once you miss a trick or two, it's hard to get your momentum up and going again. But, hey, going for that 540 over the rail, has to step off a little bit. Like I said, not easy landing fakie, especially on this floor.
All right, well, Felix winding out the clock with that one.
Going over a few of the highlights here. Check this out. 180s. He gets on there. 180 tail off. Coming in from backwards. And here, corking out a 450 over the hip.
I really liked him nosing it in like that.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth as you like. Felix only 17 years of age, you know. It's impressive out here, showing all the maturity and riding like that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Chatting it up.
You know, he's probably so excited to be in a contest with guys like Garrett Reynolds and Reed Stark just as well. I mean, he's so young, he's probably looked up to these guys for a very long time.
Yeah, and if he was nervous, you wouldn't know he was out there doing his thing.
Yeah, and he qualified so high. Like, I keep saying it, but just to be in this final is a big deal. Especially when we had so many good guys that didn't make it. Guys like Broc Raiford and Alex Kennedy. I mean, if you're in this final, you got here for a reason. It's because you killed it.
All right, well, personal favorite rider of mine, Devon.
Yeah, gosh.
Run number 2.
Always so smooth.
Still got the keys. Got his own earphones.
Getting his tunes rocking. I love it. There's that suicide no-hander.
Full extension too.
Like a late 90s dirt jumper, just throwing those hands back. It's a little caught up there, still pulls the trick. Oh, man, the crank arm flip, double peg grind. Oh, that's what he messed up on the first run. Gets it in the second. He is really flowing right now.
That is like using that free coaster hub to like its full potential. I loved it.
180 onto the hubba, 360 out.
This is looking like a good run for Devon right now. 19 seconds to go.
Crank arm grinding up. Gosh, bar spin to double peg. I gotta reiterate, it's so hard to throw the bars around like that and connect with that front peg. I mean, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, the landing, what you gotta land on, you gotta make sure you're ready.
Jeez.
That was a pretty good run from Devon.
That was a great run. I mean, he was virtually flawless the whole time. As you noticed, he didn't really step off his bike once.
And like we talked about the free coaster earlier, for everyone at home, you don't have to backpedal, and this is it right here, using it to its full potential.
So good. The look on his face when he was riding away was great. 180 on, 360 off. The only other guy we've seen anything close to that is Daniel Tünte, and Devon Smiley does his little version of it there, huh?
And there it is, run 2, an 85.4. Sitting in 5th.
Yeah, and you know, if he gets one more good run, he could really threaten that top 3.
All right, Reed seems to be up on the hip up there.
Just up there directing traffic, making sure all the cameramen are safe out there.
We don't want anyone getting collected out there. So Reed, run 1 of 80.2. He looks like he's lining up something.
Oh yeah, I am stoked to see this. Yes, first guy we've even seen jump that thing. Hits it with the 270.
Oh, watch yourself,
struggling
Carl.
to get up the ramp. Oh, he still pulls it.
How is that Reed Stark making that one work?
Oh my gosh. Backwards ice pick grind down the rail, and he still pulls off that rollout. He was like, his bar end was touching the ground almost. This run is sick right now.
Says what's up to Kyle real quick up there. This is a great run with 20 seconds to go.
Check him out. First guy we've seen do that gap to double peg grind. Just killing it right now, Reed.
I mean, and that's what judges are looking for, eh? Originality.
Yeah, and this was the type of riding we saw him do in qualifying, which is why he qualified so high. Check him out. Just killed it with that run right there.
Full pull.
I cannot wait to see that backwards ice pick grind, because I don't know how he pulled that roll back. Maybe he's, you know, put some sticky stuff on his tires or something. I don't know.
He's got to be pretty happy
Here
with
it is.
that.
180 ice pick grind. Just hangs on to it. That was incredible.
And that's original, you know? That's what they're looking for.
How did he not catch the coping on his way back in there? I don't know.
Yeah, it is hard work out there. That's no joke. That was a great run. I can't wait to see what the judges are going to throw at that one.
Yeah, and if he's winded, we know why. Man, he was cruising that whole time, kept the speed going.
Really good flow.
He loves the course, and even more than that, I think he loves the nightlife here in Estonia. Having a really good time last night.
Well, if anything, he can be happy with that run. It looks like he's pretty happy with himself.
Oh yeah, smile on the face. He's got to be pleased with that one. That was such a good run.
Nice. Quite a difference between run 1 and 2. There you go.
Yeah, you get one more in there, you're sitting pretty, and tonight could be even better than last night, Reed.
All right, which brings us to the man, Garrett Reynolds, eh?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really think of much to say that hasn't already been said about Garrett Reynolds.
I just love the options he has because of the repertoire he carries. So many tricks.
Yeah, and it's like I said before, it's almost hard for him to mess up. Even when he messes up, it still looks good. He still pulled that out. Check it out. Tail whip to manual to bar spin like nothing. Are you kidding me?
That is one of the hardest things to do. makes it look so easy.
Let's see what he's got right here, Garrett. Tooth hanger over to double. Maybe wanted something a little more on that.
It looked like he was looking for a little something at the end. Wow.
Bar spin to crank arm grind down the rail. Bar spin to manual. What do you think? Opposite bar spin back in. There's that double tire ride, kicking it an opposite tail whip.
So Garrett, with these tricks, you hear Doyle saying opposite all the time, but that's both directions. It's so hard to do.
At this point, I don't think Garrett even has an opposite way and a regular way. I think he just does whatever he wants to do and makes us all jealous.
I mean, it's always impressive when you see Garrett riding. And right now, contest, when some people get nerves, they like, you can tighten up, but Garrett just comes out,
cool as a cucumber,
down.
Always.
This.
And that's a tail up to manual off of a flat bank. You see the tail up to manual on a lot of ramps, like out of mini ramps and things like that, but Garrett is just something else. Turn that rail ride to opposite tail whip. Backwards grind, bonking the other side toothpick.
Look at that. Run to 87, and there it is. Garrett is quite used to seeing that number 1 beside his name, and for good reason. That was just fantastic riding.
Yeah, and hopefully the other riders see that score, and it makes them want to step it up even more. They see Garrett riding. They love watching him ride, so they really feed off that, and they want to put something together themselves.
Felix coming in for his 3rd visit. I mean, he's riding really well, and it's always so hard to follow up such a champ, you know?
Right, and I gotta say it again. Felix Prangernerg, when you guys at home get the chance, check out his new video part, and the We the People video is absolutely stellar. These guys spend all year filming for video projects like that. This isn't the only thing that we do. We're out on the streets, we're in the woods, we're filming, we're riding. Check him out. Oh, 180, hitting that wedge, and then reverting it around with the tail up. Amazing.
That gave him a bit of grief on the last run, but
going for the 720 to fakie on that little quarter pipe right there. I remember when Garrett Reynolds was 14 years old and he did the 720 to fakie at a Metro Jam. Oh wait, he's gonna hit the box jump, ladies and gentlemen.
A little Showtime Buddha.
Doing it for the crowd. Hey, why not? He can ride Park 2. Show him the 360 on the box jump.
He's just out there having so much fun, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, he's 17 years old, and he almost has a full mustache, Corey.
Good on you, Felix. I mean, using all of the course.
Check this out, 180, reverting it around, tail whip, coming in straight. So cool to see that. Hitting the box jump. First street rider we've seen hit the box jump today.
Roasting the box, roasting it. Having a good chuckle about it too.
Yeah, why not? A little bit winded. Had to pedal a little bit at the box jump there. Not used to that, but sitting in 7th place.
His first 2 scores were really good.
Well, this is your boy.
This is
Devon's
my boy.
Coming up.
Devon always impresses me. That's Ryan Fudger down there from Ride BMX. They're probably setting up, making sure he gets the shot for his opening hit. In go the earbuds, listen to his favorite tunes, getting him in the zone. Devon Smiley, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, changing it up a little bit. There was no suicide no-hander there. That was starting off with the tail whip. Check that out. Hard way into the backwards double peg. Pulls it out. Kills a little bit of momentum, but he's up and he's rolling. Oh!
Even he knows that one worked out.
Lucked out a little bit on that one. Was going for the 180 bars to feeble. Had to step down to the double peg, but hey, he's still rolling. He hasn't touched the ground yet. Ooh. And there, I jinxed him.
The commentator's curse got him.
A little bit of a step off, but still cruising.
20 seconds to go here.
Oh! Going for that 180 on, 360 off. Unfortunately, collides with the rail right there. You got to be so precise in a contest like this. I mean,
especially in that middle section where it's pretty tight.
Such a good link. crank arm grind up to manual, crooked grind to 180 out. Awesome to see it from Dev.
Technical and linking it with the manual as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is the one that worked out for him.
Yeah, hey.
Made it happen.
You do what you can in a contest. You got to make things work sometimes. Check it out. Crank arm grind up, manual. Crooked grind, 180. Smooth as you like. I think he was going for that all weekend. I think that's what he really wanted, but it just wasn't working out. Good to see him get it done.
Well, 2 first run scores were decent. That one coming in a little lower, but I mean, not to worry. Devon was out there, did a good showing.
Yeah, always a pleasure to watch him ride. I mean, a real pleasure to watch all these guys. I mean, these guys come from all over the world just to be here at this contest. Simple Session 2017. And again, if you want to communicate with Corey and I, if you want to get your thoughts out there, use the hashtag Simple Session. Let us know your thoughts.
Well, Reed Stark, here he is again, eyeing it up for his 3rd entry. He's looking amped right now.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to come in with the heat right now. I mean, based on that last run, I mean, he knows how to go fast.
He is
here we
motoring.
Go. Oh, big gap to over ice pick. Reed is off to a very quick start. There's that bonk up, bonk over with the ice pick. A lot of original moves done at high speed from Reed Stark. You've heard me talk about video parts. He put out a part in the BSD video as well, transmission. Absolutely crushed it. He's so fun to watch. Coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Great stuff. Look at that gap to double peg backwards down the A-frame. He is on fire right now, Corey.
This is incredible run from Reed. This is looking really good. Keep it flowing, and he's going to end up with a really good score.
There's that bonk. Loves bonking that back peg, doesn't he?
It's cool the way he enters his grinds like that. Just adds a little flair to it.
Look at the smile on the face, the braids in the hair. Just feeling good out there. I love it. Nose wheelie to late ice pick bonk there. That was such a... I got to say, that was probably his best run of the entire weekend, and I'm hoping that it's his best score that he gets out of it.
Yeah, well, Reed, he can be happy with that one. He started off with all this speed.
Look at that. Other side of the bike with the ice pick. That is so crazy. He's the only guy doing that gap. And check him out. Gap to double peg backwards. You know, this could really challenge Garrett Reynolds right now. I mean... this is going to be a big score, Corey.
All right, well, we're waiting on the judges. We've seen how good it was. Signing autos for all the fans coming out, enjoying all the action. Run 3, 88.2. Put him in 2nd place.
Well, he's on the podium no matter what, and he's going to have a good night. I guarantee that.
Well done, Reed. That was a good run, brother. And now Garrett, he's in 1st position already.
Yeah, so mathematically it's a lock. He's got the victory. Does he go out there and just raise the roof for the next minute? Does he just signal to the crowd? Does he do a couple bone airs? What does he do?
Garrett's already locked this contest up, so now we might see something new. Maybe he's been working on something that he wants to show us, or maybe he's just out there just cruising.
Maybe he just does some stuff to show us that he's actually human.
And that he does put a foot down.
All right, let's see what you got, Garrett. Well, you know, we might be in for something new right here.
Yeah.
We might be in for a never been done before. Garrett has so many tricks. Again, I can't imagine what it must be like to have that many tricks up your sleeve.
And he can pull them so consistently in a contest environment,
which we
let
have
alone
seen.
filming and whatnot.
I mean, we're watching
Are you
first
kidding
place.
me?
Gosh.
Looking for the bars.
Whip, backwards manual to bars out. I hope he gets up and just nails this right now.
The word technical comes to mind. This is pushing it so far.
Yeah, right now he already has it locked up, so he's just doing it for our viewers at home. He's doing it for the locals watching, doing it for all of his fans worldwide.
Well, here he goes.
Again, showing us that he is human. Perhaps if he had like more pressure on him, maybe he would just nail that. I don't know, but you know, whatever. Always a pleasure to see Garrett Reynolds at Simple Session doing his thing.
Yeah, I'm sure like all the riders were stoked to have him out here, and he came and he delivered.
Always does, always will. I mean, so fun. And you know what? He's still on course. Maybe he's just going to do this for the fans now.
This is, yeah, people in the crowd waiting around. This could be what they're waiting for right here. So technical to get that right position to get into that reverse manual.
Yeah, and he's running a free coaster as well, so he can't use crank arm pressure to balance it out. That's all balance. No brakes, no crank arm pressure, all free coaster. So sick.
On his very first attempt, he was so close.
Yeah.
Wow. What a stacked heat that was. Well, Garrett's still on the course, as you can see. I think he still wants to do that trick. All right, well, Garrett just still flowing around. We're gonna show the final rider scores coming up. And then we are gonna get to our tool, the Red Bull TV Analyzer. It breaks it all down. Oh, yeah, Garrett is still out there. You can hear the crowd.
Check him out. It's funny, that's so crazy right there, but it's not what he wanted.
Garrett. All right, guys, if you want to see and share all the tricks from your favorite rider, we've got the Red Bull TV Analyzer. Great tool. You can choose your favorite rider from any jam session. You can choose a favorite run of theirs, or maybe even just a moment of their run. And then you get to share it on your social medias, send it with your friends and whatnot. Share the love. And then also chat with me and Doyle live. I mean, send in any questions you want, we're here. And then just use that hashtag simple session. These are the street results right here. Garrett Reynolds, 1:77.6. Reed with a great showing, finishing up in second. He's got to be stoked with that. Simone coming in third, you know, just making it into the finals. Good on him. And then, yeah, rounding out Devon Smiley, one of my favorite riders. Good showing. Had a couple of miss hits and whatnot, but seventh is decent. And then here we have, rounding out the top 12, Alex, Anthony in there, Antonio as well. I mean, incredible riding from all of them. We've got amazing replays, so we're going to show them right now, actually. This is third place. Let's get right into it.
Check out Simone Barraco. It had to come from the first guy to drop, and then to get the podium. I mean, that's pretty impressive right there.
That's a huge effort.
Showing you why. I mean, look at all the tricks that he's able to do, and so casual. And then Reed Stark. I mean, that was so fun, right? I mean, yeah. Bonking all over the bike, big gaps, backwards
high
rails.
Speed. It was really good watching him rip around this course.
Yeah,
that one right there. And then Garrett came in, qualified first, held his positions, came down, throw it down, and took the win. Just so technical and so consistent.
Yeah.
Well, they are some great highlights. We've got Hayley right now down on the floor with Garrett, who just handled that street contest.
I am joined by the 3 times simple session winner, Garrett Reynolds. So Garrett, just go through, you've been one of the most highly anticipated riders here, and you did not disappoint. You came straight off the bat with a run at 90 points.
It feels good. You know, you always come out, you want to ride good and do your best, and all these people came out to watch us, so it's really important to try to do your best, and that's all you can do.
So you had your 2 runs down and you were in first place. What were you trying there for the last trick?
Just like, once I already knew I won, I was like, I wanted to do like harder tricks that I'm less consistent with. But it's so hard when you get that far into it. I was so tired, I just had nothing left.
So just tell us how physical it is, because you're just saying that you're absolutely out of breath.
The thing is, like, we don't use like the major ramps, so it's a lot more pulling. You use your muscles a lot. And then every time you're not riding, it's a lot more balance based. Yeah. So you use everything, so you get tired really quick.
Yeah, I imagine. So just tell us about the other riders as well. Reed Stark, his final run, it's absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Reed. He killed it. I can't believe some of the things he did, man. I love people that ride like him. It's just a total fresh view of riding, and just the way he looks at things and the way I look at things are completely different. And that's what's so awesome about BMX is everyone has unique talents and everyone shines at different things.
Garrett, you're so progressive and you're really on the top of your game. Most of the guys out here say they're just so happy to be able to ride with you because you motivate them. Are you kind of aware of this? Do you keep this in mind?
Not really. I get motivated by them too, man. Like I said, everyone's talented in different ways and everyone brings something else different to the table. So I feel the same way about them as they would to me, I guess.
So we've got the park finals coming up. Do you have a prediction? Who are we going to watch out for?
I think Kevin Peraza, he's really amazing. Daniel Durs, obviously, he's like the veteran of all vets. I don't know, any of these dudes could do it. I like watching Larry Egger and Tom Dugan ride also. They're super gnarly, just straight up to the ceiling. It's super fun to watch.
Yeah, but look forward to it. I think it's been explosive for a final. Once again, good luck. Simple Session 2017 Street winner, Mr. Garrett Reynolds. We'll be back just after the break.
Righto, guys. Well, we got the podium prize giveaway for the street contest, and we're over there on the floor right now. We've got Hayley in there. She's all the magic, all the well-deserved ceremony. It's all happening now.
These guys, they've thrown down the moves over this weekend.
Sorry about that.
They have started out over this course, and now we give them the props they deserve. We're going to start off with the 2017 Simple Session Street Riders, and in third place, coming up on the stage here, make some noise for Simone Barraco. Simone making his way up here. Third place for the Street Riders. 2017, a memorable moment. These guys started it out, throwing down the moves the first time ever we've had the separate competition. Please make some noise for Simone Barraco. Here it is. Yeah, third place rider for the Street Rider 2017, Simone Barraco. Now in second place from the United States of America. Please put your hands together for Reed, the Animal Stark. Reed throwing down the moves on the dance floor, throwing down the moves on the course. 2017 Simple Session, second place, Reed Stark. Oh yeah. So there only leaves one rider left there. The 2017 champion of the street course here at Simple Session. Put your hands together for Garrett Reynolds.
Well, guys, Simple Session Street and Park were both phenomenal this year. I just can't believe the level of riding. It always gets sent through the roof out here. What do you think, Chris?
Well, Simple Session always goes off, really sets the tone for how the rest of the year is going to go. I can't wait for the rest of 2017.
I tell you what, it's been a real pleasure being on the panel, working with you, Chris. I'd like to thank everybody at home for watching and tuning in. We want to see you guys back here next year because the riding is going to be next level, so tune in.